Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Previously, we made our way to the Divine Realm, to the Fountainhead Palace, where we are now, and we defeated the corrupted monk, the true corrupted monk who is watching, essentially watching the bridge at the start of this area, and made our way down here into the palace, and we're standing before the flower viewing stage, I think it's called. It's in the title, and this is kind of where you can see all the Sakura flowers really up close. And so we're gonna press in and see where this takes us. There's your Nino. Uh, so yeah, if you saw inside of its mouth, those were human teeth. Oh boy. Okay. We have a lot of warriors up here. None of the nobles in this area. Watch out. Nothing good with each other. Ooh. Oh, come on. I'm just dying right away. Come on, take another. You're not mine. All neuter. Oh, he's jumping in a... Jumping unfooted. Is he still down there? He's down. Hey, sneak up on you. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Oh. No, said nothing. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, they hurt me. Oh, two short guys. Come on, dude. I did not mean to do that. Another one? Stop it. Stop looking at me. Leave me alone. There you are. Okay, we're gonna eventually head up. But there's some ground to explore down here. Is there another one up there? Actually, maybe I should check up there first. Who's up there? Oh, I forgot about you. Let's get rid of you. I'm gonna forget about you again. Oh, maybe I should take them all out first. Oop. Timing was a little off there. Wow. You'll need to get your hair checked, I think. Maybe it's a fish feature. Maybe they can't hear. Okay. No, 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 no. I don't want to play with your balls. I do not want to play with your balls. No! Oh, hey. Message got through. What am I looking at down there? That's nothing. Okay, well, maybe I'll just do the top side first, since we're already up here. So we can't get over there yet. We'll get over there a bit later. Okay, maybe I did clear this enough. So we essentially want to, like, explore this water region here. There's some nice loot. There's some electric doggos. Any more electric doggos? Yield liver. Basically just watch out for the electric doggos and you should be fine. There's also a Shichimen Warrior down here, but he's a ways away from us right now. And I don't remember exactly where all the loot is, so I'm looking around. I don't think there's a bunch or anything like that, but... Nothing up here. Here's something walking around. Be careful here. It's easy to fall off the ledge. And what's his name is up top, the one that's going to try to electrocute us. So there's no way to get out of here that's easy. At least not from my experience. I've tried. So over there is where you have the great carp attendant. The big duder that's underneath the second roofing area there. And there's a bell next to him that you can use to call the carp. So we've heard about the carp before, I do believe. If not, we know of the story. So this is actually a continuation to the hot noble. So we got our friend over here. Now, reminder that you can use the lilac umbrella against them. I don't think I've ever used it myself, but... Wait, where's my stuff? I'm just like flipping through everything. There, pacified agent. and then confetti. And I suppose I could demonstrate it. I think this is the one. Protects against attacks from all directions. The blessing of the phoenix fill the umbrella, preventing damage from an apparition type, or from apparition type enemies. I think that works. Let's test it. Wait, didn't I change it? I did not. Oop. There's absolutely nothing. This is cool. Shizu, very nice. Oh, I almost had the anti-air death blow, I think it's called. You saw when I jumped how he that little death blow came out while I was in the air. Sorry, I cut myself off there. I think that's our second one, I want to say. I'm not sure. Oop. Oh, there he is. Electric Hydro. Electro Puffer. Oh, there you are. They like blend in perfectly to the water. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. I think we've explored everything of consequence in this side. If I'm missing loot, I apologize, but I think I got everything. So there should be an area where we can grapple. There we are. Gotcha. And there's kind of the stair area here you can use to get up if you fall. And this bring us up to the top of this stage. So this is again the flower viewing stage. If you go up to the door, it's closed. You can hear chewing sounds. It's kind of gross. So this, like I said, if you want to look at some of the characteristics between like an Ichido and them, remember he's good with the bow. He knows lightning abilities. He does the same kind of smooth sword combo they do. That was all taught to him by Tomoe. She's such an important character in the story. I really wish we could have done something to get to know her a little better. Alright, so if you look down the way, you can see a giant tree. This is going to be our next boss fight, and this is Okami leader Shizu. Not a hard fight if you just get up to him as quick as possible. Her. I think it's a her. If you get up to her as quick as possible. She's the one that's been bombarding us with lightning attacks. Or, sorry, she hasn't done it in this round. She's the one who would be bombarding us with lightning attacks if we tried going into the open water. The problem you can see, of course, is that we have to get to her, and we got a bunch of Okami in our way. And so, we can sneak around, but if I recall, I think you can puppeteer the ball player, or at least one of their minions, just to keep them busy for a moment while you get over to the tree and hop out of their way. So I'm going to gachins this, try for the best, puppeteer somebody if I can, and then go for the tree and try to rush her. She's got a ball, I believe, so that's what you want to watch out for. To deal with them. You can grab the idol if you want. Oh, yeah, she got me. Just spam her. If you look at her, you'll notice that she's got completely white hair. And I do believe that's supposed to be a mark of the dragon once again. I don't think there's anything out here. Let's check. Don't fall off, of course, because then you gotta climb all the way back up. He says as he falls all the way to the bottom. This is Jeffrey. Don't be like Jeffrey. Jeffrey falls. So we'll get our way back up there, I guess. Get our way back up there. Oi, English. I could have swore I'd made that jump before. I think you need to jump further off to the side, though. Can I get up here, up there from here? I can't remember. Yeah, that's what I did last time. Okay. So by having her out of the way, that means that we can now go into the water. I don't think we're going to do that just yet, but we'll see. Oh. She got taken out. Up here. Behind you when she comes down. Well, I guess that could have gone worse. So we're at the great Sakura tree. First things first. No, not memories. Physical abilities. There we go. Ninth prayer necklace. That is 9 of 10. We are getting so close to having max vitality and posture. Loose prayer beads strung together in offering to a sculptor's idol. Increases maximum vitality and posture. The prayer bead necklace befits the strong. Robert's father came from afar across seas in the south. In search of the undying, repelling 1,000 blades was a small price for the blessing of rejuvenation. And that's, of course, referring to the armored warrior, I think that's what he's called, armored warrior, armored knight, the one who was trying to save his dying child, who probably became one of the dead children commemorated on the at Senpo Temple, as we have talked about already. So we probably could get some skills at this point. So let's see what we got. Alright, so I did want to do Shinobi arts, and we will go for the Spirit Emblems one here. However, it's prosthetic arts and Ashina arts that will get us towards the Mushin text skills, which we don't have yet. And so I need to, basically you need to fill the tree for both of them. And so we're going to go for Sculptor's Karma, Blood, and Sculptor's Karma, Scars, which is going to increase our Spirit Emblems. So this one, blood spattered upon the prosthetic, turns to a permanent rust, proof of the user's burden, and the prosthetic's many small cuts and scars are proof of the countless deaths it's caused. And so what we're essentially trying to do is work our way up to Living Force, which will gain us access to the Mushin text once we have it. And I want to get all of these Spirit Emblem ones out of the way because they are useful as kind of a, for me, kind of a backup. If it's your first time playing, I mean, you can do whatever you want. These aren't bad to have. So I've just been avoiding them because I don't really need them. It's going to limit your prosthetic abilities doing what I'm doing, but now we'll make up for that. Because I put everything into every other skill I could that I wanted. So instead of resetting, I am going to leave them dead, so I don't need to deal with these people here, because I cleared this entire place already. So, we only have one more thing we can do at this point. As much as it terrified me the first time, we are going to head into the water. Now, as you can imagine, because we can dive, this place is going to have a major exploration ground for us, and so we will go and do some deep diving here. However, we're gonna go and visit the old woman out there, and we're gonna do some. We're gonna make our way into the palace here, further into the palace first, just to kind of get access to the area. So remember, there was the one woman that was in the palace, and this one's chilling out here. I don't know how she got out here. That's suddenly I'm questioning that.
お若いお人、もしや代理に行かれるのですか？それならば脇道の方がよろしいです。今は水の中、主の恋の寝床になっている大きな洞窟の先でございます。
So she just gave us a hint as far as to what I was going to go. I know this is going to sound like a really bad idea, but we're going to follow him. Alright, so if you see those structures on the right, we're going to try to make our way inside of those to avoid that. He's got sharp eyes, so figuratively, I mean, of course. Sharp eyes would be terrifying if it was literal. Don't look at me. Now that's the Nino. If you notice the teeth. Those are not carp teeth. Carp do not have human teeth. Ooh, don't see me. We are going for that building straight ahead. I think there's a hole in it at the top area. Oh boy. Nope, he saw me. He saw me. He saw me. He saw me. Oh, hey oh. 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 There's probably loot back there. But you know what? We're not going back down there right now. He's still trying to get at me. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh. Can I go in there? No, I cannot. We'll come back here. Don't worry. Alright. We're good. So we are essentially trying to climb our way up. I just gotta find the grapple point. There we are. Palace grounds. We're actually in the palace now. We came through the back door. You're supposed to ask permission before entering someone's back door, but in this case, you're going to be glad we made the exception. Yeah, so they're feeding on their warrior, the Okami warriors here. And they're cowering in my presence. As they should, I mean, but... Might be that they tricked the Okami, don't you think? So, palace door is open, and there's a box somewhere here. Might be up the stairs here. Yeah, and that's a palanquin. Gourd seed! Heyo! That's the final gourd seed. Seed from which the healing waters continuously spring forth. Give to Emma to increase the maximum uses of the healing gourd. The twisted gourd of medicinal waters was known through Ashina since long ago, but it was the extraordinary healer Dogen and his pupil Emma who discovered the self-replenishing nature of this seed, and we will give the seed to Emma one last time. Now we open the other side of the doors and we have full access to the rest of this area. So, we're not going to go up, but essentially, if we want to go to the Divine Dragon, we go straight up there, follow the tree branches. Instead, we're going to head back after I see what loot's around here first. Oh, here they are! I've been wanting to try something. Not gonna let me do it. Apparently you can use bestowal on these, and ooh, got it. Yeah, so my blade turns white. It's like blood tinge, but it's a little different for certain enemies. So if you do this to the regular geckos, you can get poison, and it just I don't know what the white means. That's really cool, though. As much as I love Puppeteer, I might have to switch to this at some point and just try it on more enemies. The Puppeteer is so useful, though. I just love it. So it didn't last long, but that was pretty cool. That's my Okay, I had those out already. So we're trying to get on top of this building. Now that we have access to this location, we can actually use this building to get access to a couple other locations. And we're going to do one of those right now. The other one we'll save for a later episode. But now I'm going to rest.
よくも測りおったな。何が貴族のものか、永遠なものか。返せ、父よ。父様を返せ。
Yeah, so that's a thing. You tricked my father, is what she was saying. So there's a way we can grapple up here. I kind of wonder how long they've been here. They're rather old. There we go. There we go. There we are, or there we go. I was trying to go with the... There we go. Did not come out that way. Let me quickly check this. Oh. Oh yeah, I just resurrected. Or resurrected. I just rested. I did not die. Do not accuse me of death. So we can head over this way if we want. But like I said, we're going to do that later. That's going to bring us to the Carps area. There should be a location... I don't remember exactly how to get to it, but there should be a location where we can... I want to say it's over here somewhere, maybe. Where we essentially can get over to the other platform way down yonder where we weren't able to get to before. I don't remember if we just jump over here or what, but apparently not. That did not work. I thought we had to get up here to do that. I could be wrong. Unless I don't actually have to jump. Maybe it's just over here, but... I'm not seeing it. Guess that's it. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can just jump off the edge. I don't know. Let's try it. Oop, I missed it. Yeah, that's where it was. Okay. I don't know why. I always end up forgetting some of these points. It's like I played this game, like, I don't know, somewhere close to 10 times now. You think I'd remember all this? There we go. One other thing that's really cool about the geckos, if you get the backstab on them, you can actually do the, you can actually get them to like poison other animals. So if you have a gecko that you can backstab and there's like wolves nearby, it'll kill the wolves through poison. It's really cool. I like accidentally did that one time and I just puppeteered it and I don't even know why I did it. It's just like reflexively I just pushed it. And suddenly all the wolves died of poison. This is probably one of my favorite location names. More. Near Pot Noble. That's the location. We're near the Pot Noble.
Mo onushi. Koi no uroku o shiran kai? Miya-sama no takaragoi. Totoi uroko. Sore o moteba, zonbun ni houbi o torasou zo.
Don't purchase from him. Unless you haven't bought anything from the other guy. If you bought anything from the other Pot Noble, do not purchase anything from him. I do believe it will break the quest here.
Kondo wa uroko motte oide ya.
Wait, can we talk to him?
Onushi, 鱗を持っておいでかい。もし持てば存分に褒美を取らそうぞ。
No, we can't.
今度は鱗持っておいでや。
Okay, so that's the only thing we actually came over here for, is to essentially meet up with him. If you can check what he's got, I honestly don't remember what's in his inventory, but whatever one you decide you want to help, you have to stick with one of them, and if you give them enough scales, you can complete their story. So you need to choose one, essentially. Now, from here, we're going to head to the water. I want to check something. I don't know if the carp goes back, stays in that hole or not. I honestly can't remember. And we're going to start exploring underwater while we're here. So the old woman's gone from over here. So I think that was her. I think there's two of them. I'm assuming the other one's still back in the house. There we go. Yeah, it's still here. We will have a chance to get back in there if there's any loot. I don't remember if there is, but I was paying more attention to the giant fish trying to eat me. So, we are just going to move around and collect what we can here. Is that a treasure carp? Sure is. Oh, that was another one. So if you stick relatively close, they should respawn pretty fast here. This place is so open, it's very easy to lose them. Gotcha. So if you're ever missing treasure carp, you can always just re-explore underwater areas that you've been to that you may not have explored fully. I'm pretty sure I've showed all of them. I think you can get more than what you need. Also, I checked something off screen between the previous episode and this one, just because I was curious. It didn't look like Emma was accepting sake anymore. And we've never given the Dragon Spring sake to anybody, so what we might do with that is give it to all of them in our second playthrough. Because we just got the Dragon Spring sake, and I don't know why. She's one of those characters that's stubborn about, when she takes drinks. The others don't seem to care. Where's the other one? I saw another one. I don't know if it's gonna help to hide. There you are. Gotcha. One thing that can be a little tricky to find in the waters is a lot of times there's stuff kind of buried in the grass. Not grass, more like seaweed, but... So, it doesn't hurt to look at it from a different angle, or... re-explore if you feel like you may... If you're one of those, like me, where you like to get everything. There's not much of significance beyond treasure carp scales and, I want to say, crafting items. Until you get to the deep, deep area, I think there might be a prayer bead down there. I have it in my notes, I just Just kind of ignoring them for the moment. um, come on. Gotcha. Alright, so here's a good area where it might be easy to miss them. Precious bait. Oh yeah. So that's the other thing we're going to need for the carp quest. So the carp quest ties not only to the pot nobles, but to the great colored carp as well. So we need to account for both sides of the quest. What is that? Is that wood? Yeah, that's wood. So you can go pretty deep down here, and like I said, there's a Shichimen. Not Shichimen. There's a Headless way down there. So I'm kind of avoiding that for now. We'll make our way down. As we go, I just want to explore the top area first. You're top or a bottom? Which one do you prefer? Right now I'm a top. There's a lot of loot up here on top, so... Red lump, okay. Oh, no, it's just smashed buildings. So this is an area where you might like want to take a close look at stuff, because it's real easy to lose it in all this brush. So I can see a faint glowing. Like I said, real easy to lose items. I just realized I was hurt. What hurt me? I don't remember doing anything when I got hurt. Okay, so there's definitely some more treasure carp out in the open. Come on. I don't want to get the duder's attention up there. I don't need to be dealing with people on land and things in water. Not seeing anything here. Buildings are probably clear. What is that? Who saw me? I suppose if they can see me... Oh, no, it was one of the flute players, so probably shouldn't press his buttons. I don't want him playing his flute in my direction, if you know what I mean. Don't need to become enfeebled in water. I don't know if they can do it to you in water, but I'm assuming they can. Okay, did we get over this area? Yeah, this is where we started. Okay. So, there should be... I don't know if you can get this from the beginning. And it's adamantine scrap, so it's really probably not worth it at that point. But yeah. Let's get those open area swimmers. And then we'll deal with the dark down, deep dark down. Don't look at me. This is going so fast. Okay, come on. He's way over there. Right behind me? No. One of the... gun. Mine. So you spawned pretty high up. Who's gonna spawn first? Get you. Oh, I thought I had him. gonna spawn. Oh, you little bugger. How dare you? You're gone. Let's get out of his sight. Stop it. You can't see me. No! Wrong way. Oh, man. I'm going to be here for like 5 hours, alright? Leave me alone. Just 5 hours of fishing, alright? Oh, I almost had this one. Gotcha! Okay. Well, that was a short 5 hours, I guess. So, anything that I missed over this way? Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Let's go down. Down into the depths. Okay, you can see that little blur down there. I do believe that's where our I keep wanting to say Shichimen, our Headless is. More bait. Come on. Let me out. I don't want to be here no more. Not seeing anything here. What about the house? Alright, good enough for me. Okay, so there's two Headless in this fight, and the real one to my left, and then the apparition over here. Oh, shit. Nope, oh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. He's a little easier to kill, so that's why I'm kind of going after him. Can't just pass by that. So by not having them both flinging crap at me, it should be a little bit easier. Yashiriku's Spirit Fall. Fallen Headless Spirit of Yashiriku briefly sacrifice max vitality and posture while gaining a large attack power boost. Consume spirit emblems to use repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. This brave soul's twin was lost in utero. He may not have fallen to the palace nobles. He may not have fallen to the palace nobles had his sibling been at his side. Yeah. So, kind of a sad story there. Alright, so a couple kind of interesting things here. First of all, this whole area is thought to have been hit by a meteorite. I don't know if that's actually mentioned in game. I know that's been brought up in some lore, and so I don't know exactly where to figure that out. And this is really cool too. But there's supposedly a meteorite that kind of formed this lake that we're in, this Fountainhead Lake, and kind of left behind a bunch of adamantine and possibly lazulite, which is something we only have a little bit of. Because if you read the lazulite shuriken, it says because the lazulite, the description says that it's a reminiscent of a shooting star, and so it's thought that the meteorite left behind all this material. Now, the Yashariku, the Headless that we just fought, I think is a little interesting because they comment on the twin, which is why there's two of them. So the warrior had a twin that was lost in childbirth, and then using the associated sugar, if you read what it said, you lose half your health vitality when you use it, and it's thought that that represents the fact that Yashariku was never whole again, even after even in his death. Um, Another kind of interesting point here is if you look at this giant body and what's around it. Remember that the Fountainhead water is the origin of the rejuvenating waters and all that stuff. And the source, like I said, the source of the infestation is what I was thinking it was. So here you have a carp body, so there's been more than one great colored carp. And there's a bunch of centipede-like creatures underwater here with it. So if you get close to them, I think you can see legs on them. I don't know if they're really clear or not, which I think is kind of cool. Yep, they got legs. They look more like a millipede build, but I think a lot of this stuff is quite different than like your kind of typical biology view on things. And there's another carp skeleton. So, there's been way more than one colored carp. And another. Probably more that I'm not seeing, but. Alright. So that's essentially all there is to the lake. All right. So we've learned a few things, and I was debating on saving this for later, but I'll just kind of get it out now, and we can kind of rehash it later. There is the Fountainhead Palace is kind of an interesting place, and I've mentioned that there's two castes of people here, or I don't know, can we call them people anymore? They're not really people. There's two castes here. There should be three, because there's no servants here. If you notice that. There's the there are, what are they called? There's the palace nobles, so we have the noble caste, plus the Okami warriors, so we have the kind of military caste, which is typical of a feudal system. I do believe there's supposed to be a serving caste though, which is kind of like what we are in a way. Kind of, we're not really that kind of servant, but there's the military side of things, there's the nobility side of things, and there's the we serve under people sort of thing. And so there is no one to rebuild what's left underwater here. If you notice, there's a lot of broken up material, and there's no one to like rebuild the overflow area that's here. And I said that was kind of taken on by or built by kind of like a meteorite colliding in the area is what it's thought to be. And so those are the only two castes. So there's nobody left to do anything about it. And as we saw, the great carp is actually destroying the place actively while we're here. And so if we look at the cat, so first of all, we saw the Okami. We knew they were going to be here, of course, because I've been talking about them a lot throughout the story. But now we've been introduced a little bit more to the palace nobles. We didn't really know either of them too well before we got here. We knew that the Okami were a branch of diverged descendants to the Sunken Valley clan. But these look quite a bit different. They're still tall, but I had mentioned the long necks previously. And they're quite different too than from the palace nobles. So the nobles of the Fountainhead Palace, as the old woman said, crave vitality and youth, and essentially they drink from what we call the purest waters of essentially the Fountainhead Palace. And they do this and kind of begin this transformation into carp-like beings, into essentially a fish-like organism, which is why you can hear kind of a fishy sound to their voices, and you can see like the necks are a little bit longer than the Sunken Valley clan, and so there's some differences in them that's not quite there with their ancestors. And so uh, the old woman, or old women, sorry, there's two of them that we've seen so far. The old women have essentially become invisible to them because of their older age, and so I don't know how they ended up here. And if you notice, there are two types of nobles. There's the regular ones that were trying to essentially take away trying to enfeeble us, and then there's the red palace nobles, or the red garbed palace nobles, um, which we found not that long ago feeding on corpses of the Okami inside the palace when we were on the palace grounds area. And so, and they were also next to a white wedding palanquin. So perhaps, from what it seems, the Okami clan were actually tricked by these people, whatever they are. I don't know, because I don't know what they are. I don't think they're actually Okami. The nobles, I think the Okami are just the warriors here. So I guess there's some mystery underneath this. I don't know if that's ever been figured out. But that's kind of what we figured out here so far, and we know from the old woman that she said they tricked her father as well. And so we'll learn more about this a little bit later. That's why I said some of this has already been kind of links to other things we haven't quite seen yet. Anyway, if you are following along for the trophy collection, we have not really earned anything new here, but we did get our final Gourd seed. So we have 9 out of 9 Gourd seeds, and once we are able to talk to Emma, which technically we could go back, but we'll wait until we finish this location. We can essentially have her update the Gourd, and that will get us the final, the actual trophy tied to the Gourd. Because I've just been marking down Gourd seeds as we've gone through. And that's a good place to end this episode. To recap, we continued into the flower stage area, made our way underwater to the palace grounds, so we actually got into the palace, which is quite a distance behind us, but kind of above my head out in the back. Those furthest trees out there. That's inside the palace, and the furthest building is kind of the Mark building and all of this. And so that's kind of where we got to, and we had to get past the Great Colored Carp to do this. And we actually finally officially met the Great Colored Carp when we first entered the flower staging area. It broke the bridge, and then we followed through its little, I want to assume kind of its little den, to get into the palace. We ran across a bunch of the Okami, a bunch of the Okami dead, like the warriors were dead, and being feasted on by the Red Guard Palace nobles. And once we opened the gates, the old women, there's actually two of them. There's a new old woman that we met. She was actually in there stabbing one of them. So, like I said, this place isn't exactly divine, if you ask me. Something's really off about this place. They don't seem like they're decent, and like I said, I don't want to say people because they're not really people. At least not the palace nobles. The Okami is a different story a little bit. But, anyways. That's kind of what we've done so far. Now we have the ability now we explored the whole underwater region. We've pretty much collected all the loot here we can. There are 2 other things left to do. Essentially, we can go up towards the divine dragon, the Sakura dragon, which is our whole reason for being here, is to get the dragon's tears, so that we can, sever ties with immortality. And then we have the option of following up on the Great Colored Carp. So the the pot nobles are one avenue that we need to pursue, or follow up on, I should say. But there's also another character we have not met yet that has been mentioned to us. And I pointed him out earlier, but he's the Great Carp Attendant, and he's the one we need to talk about how to deal with the carp. So he's the one who watches over the Great Carp. Next time, that is what we're going to do. We're going to kind of follow through with the carp's story, and I think the carp is supposed to be a type of deity in a way here, so a type of god of sorts, similar to the Sakura dragon and the great serpents. And so I might talk a bit more about them. I'll talk a bit more about them then. And of course, the Sakura dragon is what we're here for, so we'll kind of finish off by going for that target. With that being said, let us close things out for the night. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.